a year from now, you might be at a level beyond. You might be on stage with Kanye or, Jay-Z or Wayne or whoever, or it could be 10 years down the line. What's going on, gang? It's 100 with 100DRUMZ Productions, and we are on another episode of the Rappreneur Podcast. Man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in and seeing what we got going for today. So today, it's all about mindset, man. Today, I'm just gonna see if I can give y'all some game about mindset for rappers, and what it really means to be a rapper or even like a rappreneur in this music business. I think a lot of artists, especially the younger artists, come into this game thinking like, yo, it's just I'm gonna make some songs, I'm gonna post some videos on YouTube, and we up, you know what I'm saying? But it's really not that simple. It's really not just that easy. I mean, it can be that simple. I'm not saying it's never worked for somebody and instantly overnight sensations happen. It does happen, but as somebody who's been in this game for over 12 plus years, worked with some of the best artists, seen artists that's blown up, seen artists that had the talent but didn't make it. I think that going in it with the right mindset from the start will not only save you a lot of time and heartache, but it'll also just have you going into it with the mindset of like learning and figuring out and kind of trying to go out and solve this puzzle of this music industry, because it really can be a puzzle. It really can be confusing. It really can, you know what I'm saying, be overwhelming and leave you procrastinating on things because you don't understand how it works. You don't understand how to fully get all of your money worth from your songs, from your publications. You don't understand why you should be buying beats. You don't understand why you should be, you know what I'm saying, paying for promotion and things like that. So your mindset is really going to be the thing that keeps you going when all else is falling apart, when everything around you just doesn't seem to be working, when nothing you're doing is actually working for you. As long as you have the right mindset and you know that this is a process, this is a journey, and you're not going into it just expecting it to be this overnight game and this overnight success type thing, and your first song don't go platinum, then I think that alone will kind of help you maintain until you can reach that level of success. Because for some of you who's listening to this right now, a year from now, you might be at a level beyond. You might be on stage with Kanye or, Jay-Z or Wayne or whoever, or it could be 10 years down the line. You never know. You could be going through one of those industry changes like it did when we started back in 2008, when the industry was kind of shifting from this mixtape king, everybody's kind of just dropping these unsolicited mixtapes with these ripped beats, and nothing was being no budget was being put behind these projects. So it was kind of weird trying to figure out, and streaming was just starting out. So things like Spotify didn't come out until like 2008. Apple Music wasn't a thing yet, I don't think. So we didn't know about TuneCore, DistroKid, or all of these platforms to be able to put your music out onto these major streaming platforms organically on your own. Like a lot of that stuff just didn't exist yet, or it wasn't heard of yet. Like even YouTube, as far as like on an educational platform, hadn't really took off on that level yet back in 2008 to like 2011-ish, when we were really getting into this stuff, trying to figure it out. Everything was really shifting though. We kind of came in at a time of the malware and the LimeWire, where you had to download these things. What was it? Neptune, Netflix, something like that, where you could download the songs and stream them instead of having to buy them in order to listen to them off iTunes. Because really, that was all we knew of at that time. So just going into this with the right mindset will save you so much time, so much heartache. What's going on, guys? It's 100 with 100DRUMZ Productions, and I want to interrupt today's episode of the Rappreneur Podcast to offer you a free gift. I want to give you guys 10 free beats. That's right, 10 free beats that you can use for profit on any of the major streaming platforms. All you have to do is text the word Chain Gang to 678-270-2332. That's the word Chain Gang to 678-270-2332. And I'm going to send you 10 free beats right to your phone. You can download them right away. Appreciate you guys for checking out the podcast. Let's get back to the episode. So yeah, that's one of the, as a rapper, you really got to understand that it's not going to be that easy. Number two, you need to understand that you are an entrepreneur. The moment that you decide to take this serious, where it's not just a hobby anymore, where it's not just something that you want to do for fun, you become an entrepreneur, because your level of success that you achieve is all based on you and your work and your ethic and your mindset and your knowledge of how to become successful. It's all based on you. So technically, at that point, you become an entrepreneur. Now, whether you go out and register LLC or a business entity, S Corp, whatever, depends on how serious you take it, how much you understand what those entities can do and the benefits of those. But still, it's your duty to go out and find people to listen to your music, to find people to buy your music, stream your music, find people to go out and buy tickets to your shows and come out and support and buy your merch. And all of these things is all up on you. You have to tell your management what to do. You have to tell your lawyer what documents to overlook. And so you have to go out and find people who are even serious enough to be discussing documents and documentation and lawyers and things like that. So it's all on you. You have to be the leader of it. You essentially, you're your own business, so you have to move and function as such. So on top of that, you also have to learn about building your brand. You have to learn how to build a brand as a rapper. You have to learn how, when people say your name, they associate it with something. When I say the baby, you know that it's going to be theatric and it's going to be entertaining, and he's going to be, you think of this tough guy, and you know what I'm saying? You got these images. When you think of Lil Baby, you think of smooth, you think of someone who has a lot of character, someone who's a hustler, a Nipsey Hussle, a Jay-Z, a Beyonce. When you say names, these people have brands that you immediately associate them with. When I say Rod Wave, you automatically start thinking about those more mellow, sad song tempos coming out the mud, pain type music. Because that's part of his brand. That's the type of music that you associate him with when you think of him. Like if I say Domino's, you're not necessarily, you either thinking about the dice or you're thinking about pizza. Like those are the brands of that word. So you have to brand yourself. You want people to think about you in a certain light, and you want to be registered. A lot of times influencers and artists and stuff will wear the same outfit for over and over. Like think about the Chance the Rapper hat. Every time you see that 3 on the hat, you think, oh, that's Chance the Rapper. That's part of branding. So just something you really want to pay attention to. Another thing is you want to make sure that you surround yourself with go-getters. You want to surround yourself with people who are headed in the same direction, on the same journey and path that you are. You want to make sure that you develop a hunger for learning, because that's going to help you succeed faster. That's going to help you fill in those puzzle pieces, close in that knowledge gap from where you are to where you're trying to be. If you knew how to do the things that would get you here, you would do it because you knew it would work, but you just don't know how. So you're stuck in the middle somewhere. From where you are to where you're trying to be, you need to close that knowledge gap. Because really, that's all it is. It's not a physical thing that's stopping you. Unless you're in jail, unless you're mentally ill, it's not a physical thing that's stopping you. You put your clothes on, you eat just like everybody else. You got 24 hours just like everybody else. It's more so about your mindset and what you're doing with your time and your habits and what you're filling your brain with, what information. And then you just got to practice and be repetitive. You just got to do it over and over again until you can reach that level of success that you want, until you can get to the skill level that you see yourself as, that you compare yourself next to a Drake or a Lil Wayne or whoever at the time, Summer Walker, whoever you know what I'm saying, you compare yourself to, you want to make sure that you give yourself enough time to develop, and you want to give your fans enough time to discover you. Think about it. Like, how many movies or TV shows have you discovered in the second season or the third season? Right? Imagine if they just put out 1 or 2 episodes and was like, nobody ain't fucking with us. Right? Like, they consistently put out shit. They put it out, and gave people time to discover them. You know what I'm saying? How many people did you discover in the NBA that you just not hearing about, and they've been in the NBA for 2-3 seasons? And they just now getting some highlights and getting on Sports Center and First Take and shit. But they've been out for 3-4 seasons. They've been got drafted. You know what I'm saying? This is how it works. You got to give people time. So just practice and repetitive. And the last thing I would say is just learn to manage your money. Learn to budget. Learn to develop yourself mentally, so that you know that, hey, I need to save some money for marketing this song that I just dropped. I need to save some money for this music video that I need to do, or for some studio time, or for a beat. So just all of that kind of falls under your mindset and knowing what to prioritize, knowing what's important to you, and more than anything, that comes from like having clear visions, clear goals, clear thoughts, putting yourself on dates. It's so much that goes into it. I really started learning this within about the last 3 or 4 years. And once you get your mindset in order, everything else in your life becomes so much clearer, and it really makes a difference in the level of success you can reach. So this has been another episode of the Rappreneur Podcast, man. I want to thank y'all for tuning in with me. I want to thank y'all for, you know what I'm saying, tuning into this game, giving me your time. And y'all stay tuned, man. I'm going to keep dropping gems. I'm going to keep giving y'all some of these, some feedback. Stay on the lookout for the some opportunities to get on our playlist. We also got some exclusive beats that we're dropping on 100drums.com. Yeah, I'll put that link in the description, or it'll be in the show notes. So, man, again, it's 100 Rappreneur Podcast. I want this episode 2 on mindset, and yeah, that's it, man. See y'all next time. We out.